Hi, I'm Kristen.
And I'm Joy.
And you're watching Snatches and Scotch.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching Snatches and Scotch, brought to you by SweaterX Magazine. I am your host, Sylvie Bona. With me here are my co-hosts, Dr. Adam Wade and Johnny 6 Blocks Behind the Camera. Today we're visited by Joy and Kristen, and we're here discussing the evolution from aesthetics to performance for women in functional fitness. As always, you can find the new episode every week on the SweaterX website, www.sweaterxmag.com. For sneak peeks, check out the blog on SweaterX about the guests that we'll be interviewing in every episode. And for the audio version, please go to iTunes, check it out, and give us a 5-star review. We appreciate it. Stay smooth. Yeah! Drop the motherfucking mic. I only had one
That's okay, leave it. I'm going to take a picture.
You used to be a personal trainer back in the day.
I did, yes.
And what made you get into CrossFit?
Well, we moved to Keswick, and it was further away from the gym, from Good Life, and I was thinking about getting more in shape for my wedding, and I went on like a community Facebook page, I think, and I saw the post for the gym, and I'm like, it sounds like this is at like a house. This is weird. But I'm like, you know what? And I've read a lot about CrossFit and I've seen a lot about it. And I'm like, you know, it sounds amazing. Sounds like I'd be so into it. But I kind of like held back from looking into it. There was a couple in Newmarket. I just didn't want to do it because I'm like, I know I'm going to do it. I'm going to be addicted. And I know it's just not in my budget right now. But I saw the thing on Facebook, Sil posted, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to do it. Whatever. And
how many times did you drive by my garage before you actually came in?
Not that many. I think maybe just once. And then I came in for like a free class, I guess, and kicked my butt. And then I got like a 10-pack of classes, I think. And then as soon as I got that, like halfway through that 10-pack, I'm like, I'm not going back to Good Life. There's no way. It was so nice. It was like close. It was right, like it's literally 2 seconds down the street. And I just loved the competitive aspect of it. It was awesome. And I haven't been personal training for a really long time now. It was university-ish kind of, but yeah, it's been a while. So, but I've always been really loved fitness. So yeah.
What was your first WOD?
Oh gosh.
Did it still make you
I remember there were box jumps in it.
Yeah, I think
Was
box
it
jumps.
bleeding
Not your first WOD. No, it wasn't your first WOD. Your free class or your first WOD? Your first WOD was like overhead lunges, burpees, and sit-ups.
How do you remember that?
No, she's had box jumps.
That was my standardized.
I remember how competitive people were.
No, that was my standardized first WOD. And then when she came back for the pass, her first workout in a class was a 400-meter run, 20 box jumps, 5 rounds. And
that sounds about something, yeah.
And I remember like Saul was very competitive with you, and he's like, I'm gonna kill her. She's so fit. Look at her. She looks so good and fit, and I'm fat, and I'm gonna kill her. And he was ahead of you by the first 2 rounds, and then he was like, oh, my calf cramped up.
Oh yeah, I remember his calf cramp.
He didn't finish. So how did you start CrossFit, or why did you start CrossFit?
So
was
you had
this
started
like
CrossFit.
peer pressure, Joy?
I
Was it peer pressure? House
No.
pressure? I
House
guess
pressure.
Yeah, spousal pressure.
He
There
had
you go.
started CrossFit when I was
There
pregnant.
was no pressure here.
No, he started when I
Yeah,
was
for the
pregnant.
record, for people who are just tuning in, Joy is Sil's lovely wife.
Yes.
His far better half. So anyway, sorry, back to that. So
lucky.
So Sil was doing CrossFit.
He was. And he asked me to do a lot of videos for him. So his open videos, if you watch them, I'm very pregnant. I'm like probably 8 months pregnant, and I'm his counter in the video. You see our daughter kind of like swinging in and out of the video in our garage.
On rings. Yeah. Yeah, what was that, 2013 Open?
Yeah, that was,
Something like that.
ago.
And yeah.
And then he asked me to go to Newmarket because he was going to do one of the open workouts there.
At the gym, yeah.
And he
went to
asked me to
Central?
videotape him again. So very pregnant. I was sitting on the stairs videotaping him. And I saw a lot of women with their families there, their kids watching. And I thought like, whoa, that's so cool. They're doing an awesome job. Like, how can they be that strong? I don't think I could ever do that. And then after we had the baby, I obviously wanted to lose the baby weight. And I used to run, but it took a really long time to get a good run in. I didn't have any time. So he kind of convinced me. He's like, do a 10-minute WOD. You'd be done. It's nice and fast. It's easy. So that's how I started. I just wanted to lose the baby weight, and I thought it would be quick and easy. So I just started doing the CrossFit. And it was at home in our garage. I didn't have to go anywhere. Put the baby, you know, in the between the house and the garage and the door and his bouncer. Drop some weights, and that's how we started.
That's awesome. There's actually one of the coaches at my gym. He has his daughter. He'll take the bouncy. You like put the little baby in a sling, hang her from the rig, and she sits there and bounces for the whole class.
That's
Loves
amazing.
it, happy as
Yeah.
everything. So both you guys have done different sports in the past. Got into CrossFit. Obviously loved it because we're 2 years in since you've been
2
doing
years.
CrossFit.
Yeah.
Now, it seems as though there's been this sort of growing trend of women doing CrossFit. As far as your perception of it, is CrossFit far more welcoming to women than, say, other sports as far as being inclusive? You know, there's not like a men's team or a ladies team. It's sort of like come to CrossFit and hang out. So any comments on that? Things you've observed at the gym, perhaps?
I think women like classes.
Yeah.
Like from what I observe, like even before CrossFit, I used to do a lot of classes, and they were all women in the classes. But then you get to a point where like you kind of want to do more classes, and then I think at Good Life they had like the body pump with the weights, and a lot of women there too. I think women just like doing a lot of class type things.
I remember Kristen did a lot of body pump, and then I asked her,
loved body pump.
and then I asked Kristen to show me a clean, and I was like, "That's reverse bicep curl."
I don't think it was that bad. I think that's an exaggeration.
There was no exaggeration there. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
classes for sure. Like women really like classes, and the community aspect of CrossFit I think is huge, and feeling like it's not competitive, right? It is competitive, but it's not like it's not girl on girl
a sense of
competition, right?
belonging.
It's a sense of belonging. And there's not, I think there's still a bit of intimidation, but it's not as intimidating as, you know, going to play like a co-ed softball or whatever the case might be. I think it's a lot more welcoming.
It's very interesting you say that because a lot of people look at CrossFit as like very intimidating.
I still have a lot of friends that do.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I have a lot that
Most of
feel
the
same way.
conversations I have with people who call my gym who are looking at joining, it's, you know, I've watched these videos on YouTube and I could
Exactly.
never do that.
That's
And the
right.
first thing I have to do is talk them off the ledge, be like,
Right.
whoa, we're not going to do that. We can
Yeah.
scale everything. The whole goal
Yeah.
is to get you to be able to do that.
Right.
But, you know, we want to start you at sort of not zero, but, you know,
Somewhere in
what
such-
your athletic capabilities
relative
are,
intensity.
where your abilities are,
Yeah,
and then
that's
build
right.
you from there. But it's interesting you bring up the community aspect because I constantly talk to my own members and then even just people at large about why I think CrossFit is so successful as far as the community aspect. It's great as far as getting people to come out and getting people to sort of stick to a workout regime, right? And I think that
That's right.
community aspect that the classes at, say, a Globo gym have, that, you know, if you have a community of, say, women in those, or now it's a community of just like-minded people who want to
Yeah.
come out and work out, I think that's fantastic, the community aspect of it, as far as encouraging women
For
to come out and
sure.
work out for it.
Oh,
Yeah. Like even at our gym, I think there have been days where some people bring other people protein shakes, or they
Yeah.
bring them like meals if they
Yeah.
know they're not going to be home, you know, for the day because
Yeah.
they've gone to the gym.
Yeah.
So it's nice. Like you don't get that anywhere else. And that's what they post online too. Like, oh, check in at the gym. Finally got a protein shake from my friend. You know, she knows
Yeah.
I'm stressed out. Awesome gym. Love it here.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah, we have a pretty special community going
Yeah.
on. I like
Yeah.
it. And I think that at first you're right. The trend you've seen in CrossFit was mostly women. Starting out,
My gym especially,
Yeah.
I've noticed that my gym has gone a significant percentage more towards, like it's like 60-40 now, and every phone call
Yeah.
it's like
yeah,
at least 2-1 of women calling compared
Yeah.
to guys. And it's funny you mentioned how you got into it, Joy, the sort of post baby weight, want to lose that.
Yes.
I've had probably 5 people in the last
Yeah.
couple of weeks call
Yeah,
me with
that's
the exact same
huge.
thing.
yes.
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, absolutely. And I think last year, end of last year in the fall, I was talking to Joy. I was like, man, I wish we had more guys at my gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go, I love all the women at my gym. They're amazing women, and
There's a
they're
lot.
super cool.
Yeah.
But I need some bros to work out with and throw some weights around with.
Yeah.
and I don't know what happened, but we're almost like 50-50 now. There's some classes.
Yeah.
We've actually had people come from other gyms and join, and they said, this is crazy. Like, I've never been to a CrossFit gym with so many guys in one class. Like, you know, sometimes they'll have like 2 women in one class. And I guess that could be a little intimidating, but no, yeah, for sure. Do you think that women like that? Do you guys feel more inspired by working on a group than men would, you think? I mean, guys would like to compete. Like, you know, I would love to work out, you know, me against Adam or something like that. And that'd be good enough for me. If I was working out with Adam or my brother or whoever else, I'm fine. But do you think that women prefer bigger groups? Like, what do you think?
I think so. I think it depends on like what it is, but I think CrossFit, it certainly fits. I think women are inspired by each other. It's a different bond that you have as a female, I think, and sort of, you have maybe a similar day that you go through, and I don't know exactly how to explain it, but it's very inspiring to see women of any age like get out there and killing a wad, whether you're like 52, like I think of like Karen at our gym who is amazing, or Lisa, or Ada, who's like 17 or 18. You have such a like huge age range, and everyone, it's so inspiring to see. And people will say, you're inspiring, but everyone to me there is inspiring because they're working so hard at it. And I think that builds like that sense of community. I don't really know if that answered that question.
Yeah, I think it was a good point. Like, I think that I think a lot of women at the gym definitely look up to you two, for sure. I really do, whether you believe that or not, and especially the spread you had in Sweater X magazine, with the wall doing your muscle up. That definitely inspired a lot of women at the gym, and having strong women as role models. I'm sure you have a bunch of them as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they inspire everybody. So when we have a female who comes in and they're new, they're a little maybe not certain, and then you see them just blossom within like a couple of weeks. Amy comes to mind, for example. Just seeing you guys work out, that's huge. That's huge. So definitely having powerful role models, powerful women in the gym. I think it's just like it goes viral, right?
I think it's also women. I think if they've never worked out with weights, I think they're surprised to see how strong they can become. A really good point. That's really inspiring.
Yeah.
So, like I used to use like 2-pound weights, and I was scared of getting big. I would never get big. I try so hard now to get big, and I can't get big. But just realizing how strong you can become, that's really inspiring. Like, I think Lisa Orsi posted that once. It's a disadvantage for a woman to never realize her full potential of how strong she can really be.
Yeah.
I love it.
Right. So
yeah, that's my passion. I think that the thing that I'm most passionate about at our gym, like I love, working out with the guys and having a good time, but I love seeing like regular women who like feel weak or beat down or not good enough get strong and just feel powerful and like not give a shit. Like I love that. I love that. Like all the people who've gone through the transformation, like yourself included, I love it. Right? Like Joe used to do was it power cleans or hang power snatches with I think 45 pounds at most, like max. And now your power snatch is like 100 pounds?
My power snatch?
Yeah.
No, like 80 pounds.
What's your full snatch?
75, I think. Yeah.
She obviously doesn't get enough coaching from me.
She's gaining on me quickly.
It's hard. I worked hard for that number.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, at your body weight, that's not too bad, actually.
Yeah, no, it's amazing.
Now, one of the I shouldn't say one of the driving factors, but one of the interesting things that I've noticed at least at my gym, not necessarily just with women, I don't want to pigeonhole females, but with CrossFitters in general, is the sheer amount of clothing and gear that people buy. And it's all very neon. And I like it, but it...
Not today.
It seems as though that, we seem to be like Lululemon out here, everybody. But
bam.
I feel like someone should have some Reebok stuff on.
Yeah.
But anyways, but
I got my shoes right there. That's fine.
Yeah, I have my nanos at the door.
Don't take a video of that. That's just dirty. But
but it seems as though that once you sort of get into CrossFit, one of the things that everybody really gravitates towards is gear and clothing. And I see like someone who joins the gym, I typically give them within 2 months, and they'll be covered in neon
Yep.
Yeah.
with Reebok logos or Lululemon or
Yeah.
whomever, right? And I don't know. As far as, and maybe I'm pigeonholing or being prejudiced, but do you guys like shopping significantly for
Yes.
CrossFit stuff?
Significantly more now that you started
Yeah,
CrossFit.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
compared to when you were at Good Life, right? Do you buy 18 times as many clothes so that you've got like gear for like 2 weeks worth?
I can
Yeah.
answer this
Yeah.
for my wife. Yes.
Yes.
Every time I come
Yes,
home from
that's
work,
true.
every time I come home from work,
No, it's not
guess
every
what is
time.
at the front of the door? 3 times a week, there's a
No,
Lululemon
3
package at the
times
front
is
of
so
the door.
exaggerating.
Okay, maybe not last week, but dude, for a while, she was on the streak.
It's a short
streak.
week this week.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
only
that's
4 day
why.
It's
week.
a short week this week. Maybe they'll
That's
only be
why.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You know
yeah,
what,
so
though?
Oh, yeah.
like
You know what it is? I
illuminate
think-
us.
Okay.
Right?
I think we work out more.
Yeah.
I've never worked out this much in my entire life. So I need more clothes to work out in.
Okay.
And they're comfortable.
Yeah.
So if I have a choice, I could wear them all day and then transition that to my outfit for the gym as well. So
Okay.
it's multifunctional.
Okay. So
I don't buy
Now-
that one bit.
They're really good
I
quality.
mean, I like the
Yeah.
argument. The argument's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
Well, Sil does that, doesn't he?
yeah.
He's almost as bad as I
tuxedo
am.
track pants.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
you
day.
have a lot
Well,
of clothes.
and I buy
too.
a lot of his
Well,
clothes.
here,
so.
here's the thing. Let's take a little break, and when we come back, we're gonna discuss.
I want to discuss the difference between Reebok gear and Lululemon gear because I think
Absolutely.
there's a significant
Huge difference.
market share competition going on here, especially in Canada between the two of them. I read a
Yes.
stat
For
that
sure.
Canadians per percentage buy more Reebok gear than Americans do.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That's interesting.
We get less
That's
sales.
interesting.
For
Could be.
Reebok.
Anyways,
But-
we'll
but
discuss
still.
that when we come back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Let's have a quick break.
See ya.
My ears are sweating.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host Sylvie Bona here with my co-hosts Dr. Adam Wade and Johnny 6 blocks behind the camera. And we were just discussing gear. We last left off on Reebok versus Lululemon. Lululemon's Canadian. What? And we actually, in a break, we had a really interesting conversation with optimizing shipping.
Or as Canadians, how best to optimize shipping.
Yes, for our American addresses, buying stuff
I
from
don't
the
have
States.
one, but I need a friend who has one.
Right here. Right here.
Hey, she's that way, bro.
Yeah.
She's
Right
over
here.
there. That was a strategic. What's that on your arm?
What's that? Oh, is
nothing.
that product
Yeah,
placement?
That is
No.
product placement. So we got Reebok, Lululemon, and CrossFit N6.
Yeah,
right.
it's not. Yeah.
So, from your perspective, ladies, is it Reebok or Lululemon, or is there do you have like specific pieces from each that you would prefer?
We were saying, I think we were both very Lululemon.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's Canadian or because it's
I
better?
love that it's Canadian. But I think it's just the quality and the fit. Like I know the pants aren't gonna fall off me. They're gonna stay up. Reebok, they have some great stuff. But I find any of the stuff in Canada, Reebok, they just don't have as much selection or quality. And I shop a lot on the American website, and I've bought some
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
Reebok stuff. I buy all Reebok shoes, but
me
I bought stuff on the American website that they just don't have in Canada, like the colors
Yeah.
and the styles. Just way more selection for Reebok in the States, but clothing wise, Lululemon.
I think
All the way.
Lululemon got a big following early on. So
Yeah.
they've always had really nice, fun, well-fitting clothes but for a long time. So they
Yes.
have like a big audience that they've kind of built up. Whereas I think Reebok only recently kind of came out with the fun clothes, like
Yeah.
the tights with all the patterns and everything like that. I think it used to be a little bit more mundane before.
Yeah, it was
And so
just
I
like
think-
black and gray.
Yeah. So I think they're just starting to come up. Like I follow Heidi Powell too on Instagram. People are always asking about her clothes. So she wears a lot of Reebok. She's all about the Reebok, and she has really cool clothes, but they only recently kind of came out with those fun designs.
I have no idea who that
Heidi
is.
Powell is.
Yeah, I feel like I'm missing out on
Heidi
something
Powell,
here.
Heidi Powell and Chris Powell. They do a big time like weight loss show.
Extreme weight loss.
Extreme
It's
weight
not
loss.
cross. Okay, so
Oh,
I don't
no,
feel like
it's
such an
just-
idiot
yeah.
No,
now
they
because it's
actually-
not
no, it's
CrossFit.
not.
I'm not sure if they
CrossFit.
actually
God.
own a CrossFit affiliate, but
They do CrossFit
always
all
they
the
always
time
film
on their show.
they always film at a CrossFit affiliate, and they always do CrossFit
Okay.
to do this huge extreme weight loss. It's a pretty cool show.
I apologize. I have no idea who they are. I'm gonna go research that.
Yeah, they're a great family, and Joy loves Heidi Powell because she's a mom,
Yeah.
and she's a tiny lady, and she's she's a very strong woman, and she does CrossFit.
She's very fit, very strong. She
Now-
just had another baby too.
Now, do you find the Reebok gear? Because I shouldn't say complaints, but comments from the girls at my gym. The Reebok gear is sort of geared towards girls like Camille and that, where the shorts are really short. They don't exactly hide everything as much as
Yeah.
sort of Lululemon
Yeah,
would.
that's
I'm
true.
just
And
Doesn't it-
from
Lululemon-
your perspective.
Doesn't it let it breathe more in the summer when it's really hot?
But
I
Lululemon now gives options for their shorts. They
Like
have
length?
I think at least
Yeah.
3 different lengths of
Oh
shorts.
yeah.
So you can choose based on your
whatever.
comfort level.
It's a magic number in marketing. You give people 3 choices, and they'll choose
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Any more, they're paralyzed.
Yeah.
But there's that selection in the color and, if you're
Pattern,
comfortable with
yeah.
this or that. And even when you walk in their store, I know way too much about this. When you walk in their store, I
going.
think they put their products out according to the way it fits you. So like most loose to most fitted,
Yeah.
the color coding.
A really dangerous thing to have is the Lululemon app on your phone, because I
Oh, I
probably
don't
go
There's
know
an
on
app?
that.
It's an
I
app?
didn't even know that.
I don't know
Oh,
there's an app.
sorry.
now, is it like the
so-
Apple Store, so you can like
Oh my
go in and
goodness.
buy things from the app?
Yeah.
You know what we
Really?
need to
You
do?
can input your credit card information on there and literally click, and
Look
it's
at that.
shipped to your
Ooh,
house.
That's terrifying. Sil, you should.
What we need to do is interview someone at Lululemon. So if you're at Lululemon anywhere and you're listening, hook us up with someone up top, because we
I
want
want
to
to talk to the IT guy who dreamt this up.
We
And
wanna
chances
know-
are he worked at Starbucks before this, because that was a dangerous app for me.
Starbucks was.
It was terrifying.
I want
Yeah,
to talk to somebody at
that's
Lululemon, because this the way they're doing business here and the way they built this community is they Lululemon and CrossFit affiliates have a lot of similarities. They have their business that's based on community, quality, delivery. They care about their employees. They give them an allowance to be fit. They live the lifestyle like the CrossFitters, and their clientele are generally our clientele in terms of demographics. So I really want to have someone from Lululemon, if you guys are listening, sit down with us and we'd have an amazing podcast, I think, with someone from Lululemon. Yeah.
Is Lululemon making CrossFit specific stuff yet? I know that most of it seems to be that their ambassadors are yoga instructors
Yeah.
or CrossFit hotshots.
Yeah. So
Are they making CrossFit
went in-
specific stuff? I'm asking like Joy and
these guys?
Kristen. Well, they would know. When was the last time you were in Lululemon?
Well, no, bro, I'm decked out. So
I haven't been in like a year.
my wife, I
Sorry.
actually went in.
Yeah.
I actually went in for a Lululemon fitting a few weeks ago, and they asked
Big
me to
shot.
test. No, it was-
Test.
They asked me to test a couple of things in terms of like snatching and squatting and whatever, and they're trying really hard to build clothing around weightlifting, around functional movement. So my biggest pet peeve with Lululemon for the longest time was their shorts were way too short and tight for men with big thighs who squat. And they finally came out with the short that has a great little belt line, and it's made for functional movement. And I actually prefer my Lululemon shorts now slightly over my Reebok shorts that I love a lot for my wads. So they're doing a really good job with product development and research. So that was my.
But they don't have a line.
No, they don't have a
called
line.
CrossFit. They
don't
have
have
like a running line. They have a yoga line.
Yeah.
But they don't have
like
a. They don't even,
swimwear.
do they have a fitness
They have
line?
everything
Do
but
they even
CrossFit.
have a
Yeah.
fitness
They
line?
probably
or-
won't
not
call it a
called-
CrossFit line.
No,
It'll
but
be
a
a functional
fitness-
fitness
It would be
line.
like a
Fitness.
functional
Yeah.
fitness. They could never, they won't
Yeah,
call it
they don't have
CrossFit,
that.
But
Yet. maybe.
yet. But actually, pretty much all of my pants, a lot of my shorts
Yeah.
are Lululemon, and
So let's talk
Yeah.
about that. Let's talk
They're-
about the quality of a good quality workout outfit versus something from a big box store, starting
Or
with
something
C,
that-
for example.
Something that fits an actual CrossFitter's body, because
Yes.
there's one thing I found is, not just me specifically, but the more you start doing CrossFit, certain things tend to get bigger and certain other things tend
Wasn't
to
it
get smaller.
you that once said Lululemon pants don't fit right? They fit perfectly. Is that you?
I don't know
or
if I
is
said
someone,
that, but I like that.
Somebody told me that. I'm not sure if it
Lululemon
was
dress
you.
That
pants
might
are
have
the
been
only
me. No, I'm
ones
just
that seem to fit me.
I'm talking about like their yoga pants on women.
Oh, on women.
Yes, they don't fit well. Like, they don't fit right. They just fit perfectly.
That was not me.
Not you?
but
Someone told me that.
Can I take credit for it?
Sure.
That would be awesome.
And as coaches, we see a lot of different products on our clients, and you can tell when they're wearing a subpar garment,
Usually it's when they squat.
or
they don't-
or in
they don't-
warm up when we do bear crawls. So we can definitely see, and it's like, oh, it's awkward. But when they wear a good quality product, it's a quality product. So why don't you guys expand on that?
I've had some of my pants for like a decade.
Yeah,
I think.
same.
Yeah, and they still hold up
Mm-hmm.
through my pregnancies, through my workouts,
Yeah.
through my everyday wear, and they're still really good. So they definitely hold up. They're good quality. And if you ever have problems, like we've returned a couple things because of like defects, like you had something
I've
before.
returned a pair of pants before.
Yeah, and they like replaced it, and we were okay with that, so that was good.
I tend to blow the ass pockets out of them. They stitch them back up for me. No issues. No questions asked.
Yeah, they're really good.
Adam squats
Yeah.
600 pounds
No,
daily.
no, that's not. I was squatting. I'm sorry. I blew the pocket again. No, I've had a couple of pairs where just from demoing stuff for patients, right? You sort of do that and you're like, oh, that didn't sound good.
Yeah.
Little
Back to
rip there.
Lululemon I go. They stitch
Yep.
them back up. Things are good.
Yeah.
Reebok has yet to make dress pants. Should they make them? I'm more than happy to test them out at my office.
Maybe golf.
Yeah.
Maybe they make golf pants.
Golf,
Maybe.
yeah.
But Reebok, sorry,
And
not
they're also
Reebok,
harder to
CrossFit
access
specific,
too. Reebok.
right?
The selection.
They gotta have the like
right.
Yeah, the
big
selection's
legs
not good.
and
So
large
I was
butt.
pretty impressed. Like I was never, so when this whole thing came out with like, you know, track pants and like dressy track pants, like, you know, $100 track pants, I was like, okay, really? I'm not paying.
They're
I'm gonna
tuxedo
pay
track
100
pants.
And it was the same mentality as someone starting CrossFit. I'm not gonna pay $150, $200 a month for a membership, and I can pay $30 at like, you know, the 24-hour fitness up the street. Why would I do that? And then I bought. I think
I bought them.
you or your mom bought me the first pair of
yeah,
Lululemon pants, and they were $100. And
Are
I
they
was
the
like,
Kung Fu pant?
yes, the
Yes,
Kung Fu pant.
Kung
That's
Fu.
right.
Awesome.
And-
2 pairs.
I was like, oh my goodness, these are the best pants of all time, and I wore them all the time. And I was like, might as well just buy more. And I once you see the value in anything, whether it's like, you know, a fitness program, a garment, well, she sees a little too much value, but I was very impressed. And you know, they hem them for you, and I was hooked. And then the shirts, I remember when I bought my shirt, I wasn't in the best shape back in the day. This is like 10 years ago. I was in okay shape. I didn't feel like really jacked. I put on the first shirt in the change room. I came out. I was like, holy crap. It hides my stomach and it accentuates my chest and my arms. And I feel freaking jacked. It was awesome.
Now, from doing CrossFit, as far as physical changes, do you guys find that it affects your sort of day-to-day stuff, like the way jeans fit?
Oh
the
my
way
gosh. Jeans.
Yes, do tell.
Can't find a pair of jeans still that will fit me. All of my jeans that I have bought like since I started CrossFit, they're now good in the thigh area and the butt area, but like the waist, they're way too big, and I like have like this much hanging out, and try and put a belt on that, it looks ridiculous. So I just tend to avoid them, and I just wear Lululemon pants.
I wear them to work all the time.
Yep. Oh, all day, all day. I wear Lululemon all day.
Have you guys tried, because I know there's, I was going to order a pair today, the barbell jeans.
Barbell jeans? I've seen them.
Apparently they're stretching them, and they're supposed to be designed to fit.
The
Mm.
body type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big quads, big butt, little waist.
I have the same issue.
Yeah.
I'll go to a store like Mex, for example. Are they still around?
No.
I don't know. Or
No.
I don't know. I haven't been around in a
I
while.
mean, you
That tells
send
you how
Joy
often
to
you
the
shop.
store?
I know.
So
The Gap.
Levi, for example, right? And I'll hit up some Levi's, and I'll try on a pair of 32s. That's my size. And,
Really?
yeah, I'm a 32, and they don't go up.
How is it that Sil's a 32 and I'm a 36?
Because my stomach isn't that big.
I gotta stop drinking scotch.
Moving on. So they don't go up my leg, man. And then I put on a pair of 34, and they're super tight on my quads. And then I have to put a belt on, like you said.
Yeah.
And then they crunch up at
Yeah.
the at the
It looks
top.
ridiculous.
And it looks like I have like a whole bunch of lines, and my special place is showing in a very uncomfortable way, and I don't feel very good about myself.
Yeah.
I think it's
It's
called
like-
your groin.
No, it's like the
Special
gene
place.
company is making
Yeah.
people who are really fit feel really bad about themselves.
Yeah, it
Sucks.
sucks.
So I like CrossFit because I can now fit in my jeans.
Okay, so
I had the
Joy's
opposite
coming from the
problem.
opposite
That's a good
perspective.
That's
point.
right. I had no bum. My bum was like indented, probably for a very long time.
Bum went straight into the.
It was,
straight
yeah,
into
and
the
I
thigh.
I couldn't fill out a pair of jeans, and now I can fill out a pair of jeans. So now my clothes fit me.
Well, Johnny
So-
Six Blocks is wearing a pair of Levi's athletic wear, and they're designed to fit his pear-shaped body.
Should go in the
He's so excited.
I'm covering my body.
I haven't tried Levi's. I'll check.
The athletic wear apparently like they're quad heavy. They're what is that?
Sil's looking at
541.
Johnny Six Block's ass. Just
No.
for the,
Levi's
just for the
541.
record.
Okay,
Levi's
so I'm
541.
gonna check those out.
That's a good tip for you CrossFitters out there. Try Levi's 541. I'm gonna buy a
Yeah.
pair.
Oh, you
Or
know,
actually, my
But
wife
again,
is gonna buy me a pair because she
Yeah.
does
I
all the
think
shopping.
it's buying
So hang
into
on.
it too, though, right?
What's that?
It's buying into it. Like you were talking about these jeans a really long time ago, and you're like, I don't know if they're actually gonna fit. Should I spend the money? Should I try
The
it?
barbell
I think,
jeans?
Barbell jeans.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think one person kind of in your circle, if they try it and they like
Yeah.
it, then it kind of like
It would
flourishes.
grow.
That's
Everyone
right.
would buy them.
You kind of just got to start.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
order a pair tomorrow.
Well, here's the issue with
Yeah.
the these niche companies. We don't have enough of them in Canada,
Yeah.
and there aren't enough big corporations that are entering the market. And I feel like they need something at the grassroots level to get them into the CrossFit, because CrossFit is and functional fitness in general is very, very exclusive. It's unfortunate, but it is. It's almost like it's a family.
It's
and
growing.
Well, it is growing,
Growing.
but it's if you're in, you're in. If you're on the outside, well, we don't really trust you. You know what I mean? So they have that mentality. That's the CrossFit mentality I've seen over the past couple of years, which has its benefits and its negatives. But in terms of a big company like Lululemon, like Levi, they have a hard time breaking into the functional fitness world. And this world's gonna only keep on growing bigger and bigger. And they need a grassroots entry into this world. That's what I think is key.
Any jeans companies out there or people who have access to denim, Snatches, and Scotch would be more than happy to produce some jeans for you.
Absolutely. And
We got a couple of body types here that we can make fit. So hang on, we've got totally derailed here. So
Sorry.
back to as far as clothing, and I sort of wanted to bring this back to sort of body image, because with CrossFit, like I think it's a lot about becoming comfortable with who you are. Right. So, I mean,
That's right.
Joy here's gone from jeans that don't fit to all of a sudden jeans that do fit. Like, from a female's perspective, is CrossFit a good thing for body image? Is it, who cares? I just
sure.
want to be able to be
Yeah.
capable. Is it, I want to look a certain way? Like, if you guys could sort of expand on that a little bit, at least from your own perspectives.
I think we shop more because I'm more proud of my body. Like, I don't think I've ever been this fit even before my kids. So the fact that I'm stronger, I'm more fit, and I'm proud of the hard work I've put in and what's kind of come out of it. You want to shop. You want to wear clothes that highlight that because you've worked for it, right? So
Yeah, I agree. And I think that I've been working out, or when I've been into fitness for a long time, but it used to be I would do it just for aesthetics. So I, to look a certain way, and I never really struggled with weight, but I obviously wanted to look fit and look like, I could fit in my clothes and look good. But since I started CrossFit, it's not it's total shift, and it's not about aesthetic anymore. That's sort of like a byproduct of all of the hard work you do. And now it's more on a focus on what I want to be able to do. So I want to be able to snatch this much, or I want to be able to get a muscle up, or I want to be able to do whatever. It's more goal oriented. And
you already do all that
that's-
stuff.
What?
You already do all that stuff.
But
know.
the
Well, I wanna
focus
get
is
stronger.
on capability, not
Yes,
on
it's
how
not-
much, or not on what you look
not
like.
on what you look like. And I think that once I stopped focusing on that, all of my aesthetics, that just happened.
yeah, I think that's what gets a lot of
Okay.
people.
We're gonna take a quick little break and come back.
Okay, sure.
All right. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Apologize for the technical difficulties there. We left off talking and discussing how CrossFit makes women feel really good about their bodies, but also that being a byproduct, and how we now focus, or women now focus more on performance as opposed to body image. And body image is kind of put on a back burner. And that's some powerful stuff, because that's a big issue in our society, I think. Someone who works with teenage girls, I see eating disorders every year. I'm sure you do the same. And it's absolutely devastating. And the fact that this trend is doing that for women is incredible. Now, I'm going to call Kristen on this one, because she wasn't always like this. She there was a time where
The legs
she
are
was-
getting crossed.
This
She's
awesome.
getting serious.
I wasn't always this awesome.
Yes. So there was a time where she was saying, "Hey, you know what, Coach? I'm getting a little bulky. I don't like it. I want to get strong, but I don't want to be so bulky." I believe it was like a year ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Well, what's your diet like? Is your diet okay? Like, what's happening?" And she's like, "No, I eat really healthy." And it turned out that she does eat really well, but the actual quantity wasn't quite there. Yeah. So how long did it take you to get to that mindset?
I don't know. I don't have a good like specific answer. But I think once I started seeing myself get stronger and be able to do a lot more of the skills in CrossFit, I think my focus shifted more to that. So once I started to get more stuff, like toast a bar and pull-ups, like stringing things together and feeling like I was really killing workouts, I think I was like, okay, yeah, I can do this. I can be good at this. And I don't really care. Like, I mean, I started, obviously, I told you I started doing CrossFit because I was like, I want to be fit and look really awesome at my wedding. And after that, like, it took a little while before I started realizing, okay, this is more about, this is making me feel amazing inside. I feel awesome and empowered. I feel strong. And then, yeah, so I don't know, maybe a year of doing it, maybe not quite that long.
I think it was about a year into it. Yeah.
About a year.
Yeah. And then this, at the end of last summer, you got your bar muscle up and you owned a competition. You're the only female to do it. And then you got by force, thanks to CrossFit HQ, you got your first muscle up in the open.
Yeah.
And then you got a ton of them after that.
Yeah. So that was so exciting, but it's CrossFit. I wouldn't have done that if it wasn't programmed in the workout as the first movement. I would not have got the muscle up because I put it as a goal, but I was like, it's so hard. I'm never gonna get it.
So are you happy with like the way you look now? Yeah,
I'm really happy with the way I look now. Well, I've changed some things. Obviously, I've really dialed in my nutrition and counting macros and stuff, and it's taught me a lot about portion control and about sort of listening to my body and knowing when I'm full.
Yep.
Because I would sort of just be like, I'm working out, I can eat whatever I want, whatever. I mean, I would still eat healthy, but
you can't out-train a bad diet.
Exactly.
I know.
And I mean, yeah, the whole abs being made in the kitchen thing, I mean, is very true.
Absolutely.
So
I haven't heard that before. I like that.
She has some pretty cool abs right now.
I'm not showing them. I'm not showing them.
No, we're not going to ask you to show your abs. We'll post a picture of them. I'm just kidding. No, we won't. But in 6 weeks, she went from like just being a really fit athlete to not only being strong and fit, becoming stronger, losing body fat, and looking strong, which is really cool. I think people want to look strong.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, exactly. You want to you're putting in all this work. You want to look like you're doing something, right? And it's not, I mean, again, it's not the reason I do it, but it is cool. It's cool when people are like, whoa, that's awesome. Like, how did you do that? Or like when I have all of my like friends, husbands and boyfriends be like, wow, like good job. That's awesome. Like, way to go. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then you Joy, I think, because we've been together since just after high school. Long story. Not going to get into it. But
that's awesome.
Two babies. Oh, the whole experience. I was a jock. She was a valedictorian. It was a meeting of opposites. She just like me and Adam. So
I was never the valedictorian.
Well, marriage made in heaven. And after two babies, I feel like your bodies looked more athletic and stronger than you've ever been.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like that beach picture we have.
Yeah, you always bring that one up.
Yeah, that's such a good picture.
Yeah, your goals do change. My goal was just to lose the baby weight, and that happened pretty fast. So after that, it was like, wow, I'm really weak, but I'm getting stronger, and it was happening faster and faster and faster. And like Kristen said, you start picking up different movements, and you start feeling really good about yourself. So I just wanted to keep going. I remember I wanted those pink knee sleeves, and I said I'm going to set a goal for myself. When I get 100-pound snatch, I'll get those pink knee sleeves. And I think Sil knew I was nowhere near that, so he got them anyways.
We were at the SweaterX. We were at the SweaterX competition last year, which was at the Pro Show. This year it'll be June 6th. The SweaterX Throwdown Rush Club. Make sure you guys can make it. June 6th and 7th, Saturday, Sunday. And I was there, and there's a bunch of vendors, and they had the Reband pink knee sleeves.
Yes. The
And,
ones
uh,
Camille had, yeah.
And she
Camille.
loved the pink Rebands. So I was
Yes.
like, all right, I'll buy them for my wife.
Yeah.
And I also bought her a pink foam roller, which
Nice.
I use all the time, and she never uses.
Well, the thing is, once you get into CrossFit, and I used to laugh at you because he used to buy tons of like accessories, right? I'm like, do you
gear.
really need straps and wrist wraps and knee sleeves and whatever else? And
More.
now I have more than he does.
More.
So it's kind of,
More chalk.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
and you just, once you start developing the movements and you realize how much they help you with those movements, like stabilize your wrists or, you know, help with your, the knees, you just want to get more stuff. So besides the Lululemon, it's all the
It's all
other
the gear.
stuff. Yeah. it's all the
I just got
gear
a new
as well.
weightlifting belt, pink and
have one
pink
too.
Olympic lifting straps.
Oh, nice.
From Rogue. Everything I ordered from Rogue was pink.
And the new
My-
tank top
my-
you wore the other day.
Yeah,
Like,
my pink tank
Yeah,
top.
that was
We
really
need to
Yeah.
make you guys some pink Snatch and Scotch shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
You
back
should.
home.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd wear
Oh
them.
yeah, love pink.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. That wraps up another episode of Snatches and Scotch. For more information, visit us on the SweaterX magazine website, which is sweaterxmag.com. You can also find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for all the major updates on the upcoming episodes. So follow us and stay smooth.
Nice. That was good.